The Chicago Bulls have now lost 5 games in a row for the second time this season, and head coach Billy Donovan is to blame. His biggest mistake is now being displayed on the court for the Chicago Bulls. Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it all down, but you got to hear the music first.
Cognac Gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm holding it down on today's daily episode. So if you're tuned in and like talking Bulls basketball, even when they give you a damn headache, hit the like button and subscribe. We can have a little fun over here from time to time, even when the Bulls go out there and give us a headache. But hey, let's talk about our Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls have now lost 5 games in a row. And they have lost the 5 games to these 5 teams: the Charlotte Hornets, the Indiana Pacers, the Orlando Magic, the Brooklyn Nets, and the New Orleans Pelicans. I know that don't make you feel good. Damn sure don't make me feel good. But Billy Donovan is to blame for it all. It starts with him. I know we can hold the players accountable. I know that we can ask more from out of these players. I know we can look at the front office and ask for more direction or question them. Why was the roster reconstructed in this way? But the person that started all this is Billy Donovan. If we remember correctly, a couple weeks ago, we seen the Bulls at the start of the season. At the beginning stages of the season, Billy Donovan went to the podium after a loss and said, we're not talented enough not to play desperate. That it started at that particular moment where the Chicago Bulls just start spiraling out of control. And then Billy Donovan made those comments, and then you had Nikola Vucevic come out and make statements to the national media like his head coach did, and then call them soft. So these two guys who are supposed to be leading this young group of players, you broke them down, and you still haven't found ways to rebuild them. It was a little more energized yesterday, but I don't want to harp on that part too much right now. But I want to say this: that was the start of the snowball effect for the spiraling for the Chicago Bulls. And honestly, that was Billy Donovan's biggest mistake. Instead of building up your team, and instead of going to the podium after getting that close loss when Nikola Vucevic called these guys soft, and instead of saying we're not going to apologize for winning, or, we're not going to be satisfied with this, we're going to take it but not be satisfied, something along those lines, you're still criticizing this group. And then Nikola Vucevic, the nerve of you to call this team soft, and then your punk ass had to go out there to the media and say, I ain't play like myself last night. You criticize all your teammates, and then you got to turn around and make statements like you made last night versus the Brooklyn Nets. You see how karma's a bitch? Do you see how it's a bitch? Do you see it? This is why we always say, me and C-Dub, some stuff is best if it's in-house. Never apologize for winning, but have a mindset of saying, let's get better. And while your teammates was out there celebrating, you was out there shitting on them, calling them soft. And when they absolutely needed you with all the players down, you played terrible last night. And now you got to go to the podium and face that same mic that you called your teammates soft. You got to go out there and call yourself soft now. Unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And Billy Donovan, you ain't going nowhere. Bring your ass right back up here. Biggest mistake. You broke the team down. Other mistakes. Your teams are never ready to play. Why? Now, I understand there's an aspect to where we could say that the coaches are telling the players to do the stuff, but the players ain't doing the stuff. Maybe there's something wrong with the verbiage then. Maybe there's something wrong with the way that you're trying to coach this team up. Maybe you need to break it down or teach it another way or coach it another way. How about, for one example, not the end all be all, but one example with one of your young players who needs to take steps forward, and we're trying to see if he can have a good second year leap at Montes Buzelis. How about stop sticking to the same program, and when he makes some mistakes and benching them and change it up to where you pull him to the side, get on his ass, and then send him back out there to see if he responds? What will it take for you to have a team that plays with energy to start the game? Because it ain't working for you right now, buddy. It has me asking these questions as if you need to go. There's no defense that somebody can throw at me right now to say that Billy Donovan should be the head coach moving forward. Nothing. Blame it on talent. You had talent. You still wasn't doing nothing. Blame it on having young guys and they need to develop. You still ain't getting no development out of the young guys. It's no excuse. We look back at the time and say, give them talent. We gave you talent. You had Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. One playoff win in a series. Not a series win, one playoff game win. Yes, it's on the players that we got to hold accountable to, but you are the CEO of and what takes charge on the basketball court. We got to look at you in the face. Then we say this iteration of the team is too old. Okay, let's give them some young talent. Okay, let's talk about the development of the young guys up until this point. You didn't draft. I don't pay much attention to Kobe White's development under you. I think that was more so him. Call it ridiculous or not. Okay, Montes Buzelis, we'll give you a check in that regard. But then what about Dalen Terry? What about Julian Phillips? What about all the other players? Marko Simonovic that's been through here. Adama Sanogo that's been through here. We can't get nobody to come and show up. You had a DJJ under your tutelage, and he looks way better where he's at in his usage, the way that he was utilized. So we can't sit up here and say Billy Donovan has developed players. Billy Donovan needs talent because you have been failing with both. The Chicago Bulls can hang their heads on saying we have a Hall of Fame coach coaching on our bench all they want to. None of that shit matters to Chicago people that want to see these guys win. That's a personal achievement for him. We don't give a fuck about that. We want dubs in the chat. We want dubs in the box score. We want dubs in the win column. So the same flaws just keep arising every single season for Billy Donovan. And your mouthpiece got you in some trouble. It looked like you can't get yourself out of, but because even when your team does show a little fight, even when these guys do come out and try to fight, and you understand you don't have the talent, but you don't help your team when it's time to make winning plays in the fourth quarter. You don't have situational awareness. You always icing your own players. It's unacceptable. Montes Buzelis can go hit 3 shots right now. In practice, you're going to tell him to sit down. You've been doing it time and time again. You don't have a good feel of the basketball game. For some strange reason, for a Hall of Fame coach, you don't have a good feel for the basketball game. And then it's not like you're playing 40-year-olds out there. It's, for one example, we looked at the San Antonio Spurs game where Jalen Smith was having an outstanding game and Nikola Vucevic was buns, and you took the person that was helping you lead the charge back out of the game, put the bum in, and then he turned around after calling somebody soft. He turned around talking about, I don't know if Wemby even see me. How? You 7 feet. He only 7'6". What you mean he can't see you? There's no leadership in the Chicago Bulls locker room right now. Call it what you want. Call it what you want. We could challenge the mental toughness of some of these young players. But guess what? Why would I go out there and continuously play hard for a damn coach that's not going to help us when we need to, let's just say, stop play when the team is starting to gain momentum? Or a guy in my coach, I just hit 4 shots in a row. I'm bringing energy. He telling me to go sit down to stick to some dumbass rotation. Makes no sense. The biggest flaws are being displayed for Chicago Bulls, and it's right there, and it started after that game against Detroit when we lost. That's where it started. How the team that played in the first, we'll go 8 games. We'll go the first 10 games. We'll just go the first 10 games. The first 10 games versus the last 10 games, night and day. Night and day. You seen more cut into the basket. You seen more effort. You seen more everything. Now, lifeless. Lifeless. And Billy Donovan is to blame. Arturs, you to blame for the roster construction and continuously talking about and believing in Billy. He not the coach to move forward with, and you damn sure ain't the GM to move forward with. Jerry Reinsdorf, somebody, I don't know. Bro, watch the games. Watch the games. He just checking the balance sheet to make sure that he in the black. He good. Profit. The only way Jerry Reinsdorf is going to wake up and receive the message well is if us band together, and if you're going to go to the game, start the chants. Fire everybody. Fire everybody. Real talk. It's unacceptable, bro. I don't care if they turn this shit around. I don't care. The front office don't know how to draft players correctly. They always want to go with a project instead of the polished player. Give me the polished player for once. Y'all ain't developed shit correctly yet. Don't make no sense, bro. Come on now. Shit crazy. It's unacceptable, man. Y'all let me know how y'all thinking about that, because I can go for another 10. I ain't going to lie to you. So I'm going to calm down. I'm going to calm down. And then we going to go ahead and take a breather. Let us know how y'all feeling. And then we're going to go ahead and hear from my man R-Dub, who called in and left us a voicemail. Here's the message from R-Dub.
Cognac family checking in. It's R-Dub. It's been a minute, but you know I got to check in for the quota. Boy, oh boy. After the Magic loss and hearing this rumor about and his preferential team is the Knicks, boy, I hit that point. I ain't even gonna lie to you. At this point, bro, after hearing the Anthony Davis rumors and shit like that, I'm willing to give up 2 future picks, fucking Javon Carter or T. Will or whoever the fuck for the salary, and either Kobe or Ayo for Ja Morant. How crazy I know we giving away our young boys for the troubled young boy. But to match the timeline that we are on right now, to have a history of crazy injuries. He has injuries, but not crazy injuries. And we know that this dude is an ISO bucket. He doesn't need anyone to get him a bucket. He can do that on his own. I think those are all things that could be positive for our Bulls team. Now, the worst thing about Ja Morant coming in would be the culture, because we already have a culture here, and best believe he's going to come here and going to be shaking some shit up. But at this fucking point, excuse my language, at this point, care about fucking culture anymore. We can get guts on this team. I just like, why can't we get people that can score, bro? Like, we gotta always get either the faded out star on their last legs or some bum role player that we just overhyped that was doing us in maybe one game on another team. Like, can we just get a scorer, bro? So as sad as to say, bro, I'm at the point where I'm willing to trade Ayo or Kobe for Ja Morant. What do y'all think, bro?
All right, we heard from R-Dub. Appreciate the call, brother. And I'm with you. When it comes to Giannis, it's crazy that he want to go to be the New York Knicks. But are the Bulls intriguing? No. We fucking suck. So it can't be mad at Giannis for wanting to go other places. But your second part, I'm going to 100% disagree with you. And it's all love. You want Ja Morant next to Josh Giddey? Terrible backcourt. That backcourt going to be terrible. No. And you asking for a scorer? Yes, Ja Morant can score, but he's not a good shooter. So it's going to be trouble in my personal opinion. And I don't want to trade for Ja Morant. I damn sure don't want to. I think it's fair to say Ayo and Kobe White better scorers than him. Yeah, he more dynamic, but the guys that can shoot the three better, give you a little bit more mid-range, better offensive players in my evaluation. Fuck that. I ain't even gonna lie to you, R-Dub. Now, when we talk about why we can't find the scores, we got to look at Arturas and Mark Eversley, who we just rediscovered this offseason. We ain't know where the hell he been. But here's the examples. Okay, you went out there and you had an opportunity to draft multiple players. I think I'm going to give the Montes draft selection a good one, but that fell in your lap. I'm going to give it to you, though. I say it was a good selection. Then you look at the Dalen Terry selection. You could have had your center of the future right there, Walker Kessler. And then you draft Noah Essengate. I don't know what he's necessarily going to be, but the more polished, ready player is Derek Queen, a scorer that can help you. This mofo keep drafting projects and the coach ain't. But yeah, that's why we ain't got no scorer. we got one, but we need additional ones. And that's why I sit up here and I be like, Billy Donovan, what the fuck are you telling Montes Buzelis to do? Because you see games like last night or the game against Orlando Magic to where Montes is showing a little bit more aggression. But then you look at certain other games that we played in the last few weeks, and Montes Buzelis chilling in a damn corner. So what are you telling them? Is it on the player or is it on the coach? And if it's on the player, you as the coach, hey, aggressive, go, something. But hey, that's why we ain't got no scorer. And now at this point, it won't matter who we get in there. Unless you getting going to get a crazy ass superstar who can overcome Billy Donovan's inept ass coaching style, it won't matter. That's just my belief. Now, I down the hill, I don't give a damn. I don't believe in Billy Donovan. We've been watching the same shit for the last 6-7 years, bro. Same shit. Keep coming up with Billy Donovan. Fourth quarter blunders and him icing his own players. Same shit. And his team's not ever being ready to play. Start the fire Billy Donovan chance, bro. Tell you, got to get him out of here. I swear, got to get him out of here. I don't care. Figure it out. Whoever need to replace, figure it out. He ain't the coach, bro. I'm not a believer no more. I gave him the kudos at the beginning of the season. You coach your ass off. Nah, there was the players overcoming, bro. Them was the players overcoming, feeling good about himself. Now it's time for him to go ahead and coach the X's and O's. He can't even do that. But fuck him. Dude, that's it, bro. Fire him. I'm done, bro. I get credit when credit is due, but the same sentiment is still gonna be said. Still gotta go. It's the same thing with Nikola Vucevic. Oh, you had a good game? You had a good game, bro. Shout out to you. Your ass still need to get bought out. Same thing. Same thing, bro. But hey, that is it for me today, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Shy Boys Podcast. Before y'all get up out of here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. If you want to be a part of our episode, go ahead, call in, state your name, leave us your take. The number to do so is 773-242-9219. We appreciate y'all. Try to see red, man. Try to see red. Peace.
Cognac. Gang.